Okay, I'm back. I am fitting in a little walk while I wait for my daughter to finish up at the dentist. This is another example of how you need to just get it in wherever you can get it in, okay? I know that a lot of you that watch this, especially if you are my target audience, which is if you're over 30, then you're like, I am so busy. How do I fit it in? I mean, you've got to push to fit it in when it comes to exercise. You got to get up early. You got to do it on every break, every opportunity. Every time that you're just sitting there waiting, you're actually occupied with something, but you got to say, okay, could I get up and move if I wanted to? Yeah, okay, I'm getting up and moving. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm also fitting this in because I feel led to share what happened with the 7-day water fast, which I am not going to make you wait for the results. I'm going to just tell you it was an epic fail. So what happened was, I was on day 3. Day 2 was like super hard. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know about this. I know I'm not making it to 7, but maybe I'll make it to 5. I at least want to make it to 5. And then I was like, well, at least want to make it to 4. But then when day 3 came, I was like, and they came in and said, okay, well, our district, I guess you would say she's like our superintendent, was in the building, and she bought lunch for you guys, and I'm going to cover your lunch duty because I want you, this is the director talking, I want you guys to have some time together. And I'm like, okay, how can I show up at this lunch and say, I don't want the food because I'm just going to be going through it too much. So I said, okay, I'm folding. I'm going to just have to start over. So that is my plan, is I'm just going to start over. I'm going to walk backwards because the sun, the positioning of the sun is like, it's rough out here right now. But anyways, so that's what I did. Is I got to day 3, and at lunchtime it was over, and I'm like, okay, I've got to try this again. And bear with me because I'm like spinning around. Hopefully this is live entertainment for you. Very entertaining while I'm doing this because I'm trying to find better lighting, but the sun is getting in my eyes, and I'm so not deleting this video. Like, this is just what it is. So I hope that you can hear me okay, and I hope that you get something out of this because I am sharing my soul with you. So last time I also talked about how to get like permanent change, you have to be willing to change your soul. So your mind, your will, and your emotions. So that's why I believe in fasting so much, because it requires you to discipline your mind. It requires you to use your willpower, and it requires you to get your emotions in check. So I love fasting. Another thing I love about fasting too is the fact that when you do start eating, you can't even eat that much. Like, you can't, like, for example, today I drink so much water too. You are supposed to drink like half of your body weight. So I'm drinking so much water. So that being said, it's just very easy for me not to want to just eat everything, because I can't. Like, even if I wanted to, I really just can't fit it all in. I can't fit it all down. So that being said, that's where, see, I'm spinning around for you again. I'm spinning around for you. This is going to be a short video because I'm telling you, the lighting is terrible. The way the sun, where the sun is and the trees, and I'm in some random spot taking a walk, like I told you. So I wanted to at least tell you what happened with the fast, where, I mean, I still think it's great to get to 3 days, because this is the best like I've ever done in my entire life. I mean, when I started off fasting as a kid, we would just go till like 3 p.m. You know, that now that's nothing for me to just go till 3 p.m. So now I'm up to the 3-day level. So I'm like winning, like water only, what? So I'm still feeling pretty successful. I'm still going to continue trying to get there. Even if I continue this year with just doing like alternate day fasting, I think that really works well for me because I am wanting to eat what I want, like I don't want to feel so restricted. Like I want to be mentally tough, but I don't want to feel like I can't eat this, I can't eat that. It's not that I can't eat certain things, it's just that I have boundaries around things. So boundaries is what gives me freedom to eat whatever I want. So I'm like, yes, I'm winning. Here I go, I'm spinning again. This is freaking hilarious. The way, but anyway, I might be the only one amused at this, but I'm having fun with this because my goal is to just share my experiences so that I may encourage you or I may inspire you to push and become all that you can be, right? Because that is my true life purpose. So right now I'm all about motivating, I'm all about inspiring. I'm always like this, but right now I'm like really on another level with it. I started a few things like, okay, so I've got my leadership ambassador team. So that requires for me to motivate a lot. And that's at school. I'm a teacher, by the way, and I'm a life coach, by the way. And then I'm starting my Motivation Mondays and that is my empowerment group for girls. So between the ages of 16 and 21. So I'm doing that at work. So I'm super excited about that. And I'm starting another group for women over age 30, and that is my More in You support group. So I am just like doing all the things for myself and for anyone else who will listen. So that being said, I am super excited about my own progress. If you're wondering about like, okay, well, what was your weight loss results from that? What was it? Let me see. Because I honestly, if I'm gonna be honest, I do go up and down because I do eat whatever I want. For the most part, like if I'm not fasting, then I'm kind of eating whatever I want. I just don't, well, I guess my stomach can't even take a lot. So it's like eating in moderation, portion size control right now. I do plan on getting to the point where I do tighten up and I am a little healthier. But for those of you that don't know, or if this is your first video that you're watching of mine, which I hope it's not because I'm spinning all around, it's crazy. But anyway, I did just get married not long ago. So I like to be able to go out with him and not feel like restricted and stuff, because we actually are coming up on our first date that we had. Yes, we did get married within less than a year of knowing each other. So I'm like really excited because the first date our first date was September 29th. And I'm like, wow, I can't believe that less than a year later that we were married. So I definitely want to celebrate that. And we're going to just like redo our first date. So I'm really excited about that. As far as how much weight did I lose? Okay. I'm trying to like compute this in my mind because my mind has shifted from it being about weight and it's moved into it just being about discipline. It just being about accountability to myself. And it's working because I can fit in pants that were getting like too tight, like where I couldn't zip them, so I can fit back into my pants. And my stomach's smaller. My husband didn't notice it, so it's working. So it's all good. So let me think. How much did I lose? I know I was up. Let me see. I would say